think I need a loading screen or something. Some kind of loading, opening, cinematic. Watching Photoshop load is not the most. This thing. I want to change it up so bad. I don't know. I want a skin tone that's more akin to that. Right now. Right now the colors are just there too. I don't know, give me like an idea of the values without screwing it up. I think what I want, let's see. What I want is something like this. Rungia, of course. Fucking Rungia. He's always doing like the craziest shit. Him and shit. I always get his name wrong. Let me see if I can just. Maybe I can. Maybe I can just find him very quickly, just so I have something up that I can reference. His name is difficult for me to remember because it's very short. Any short name, I just can't, for the life of me, remember for some reason. I needed to have some kind of crazy Jablonski, you know, something like that. Shit, did I not follow him? I always see him on on the top of ArtStation, so no way I did follow him. I had to follow him because I click on him. Let me see. I should probably have chat up. That would be good. That would be good. That would be perfect. Yeah, so I asked for, you know, part-time, 3-4 days I'll be working, and then the rest of the week I can stream, and then hopefully, because I won't be working 6 days, I won't get that fatigue, and if I don't get fatigue, that means I can stream every day. Hopefully. The thing I'm thinking of is just gone. It was Kim CG or something like that. He's a Chinese illustrator. I just like love his work. I was Kim Jun. Let me see. No. King Jung maybe. No. I bet you if I open up the top of ArtStation, it'll be right there. Wang Jung Lin. No, he draws like women. Hey Eugene, what's up? He draws like women in cool perspectives. And I bet you if I open up just ArtStation, he'll be there at the top. of 2D artists. Let me just pics. Let's see. No, not today. It looks like. All right, whatever. I'm just gonna open up Rengia skin tones, and then I'll just go from there. Rengia skin tones are better anyway. I was thinking about it, and I was like, man, Rengia just kicks butt. Like, how does he do all these things? I just want to draw like that. Yeah. So something like this is probably what I'm gonna go for. With the skin tones, which is funny because this looks nothing like it right now. I was trying to do something like that on like the kneecap, but yeah, I'm gonna be radically changing QSAT to like blue. Let me duplicate. Merge, duplicate as a new photo. What? I guess I have to give it a title now because it's drawing 3. I'm still very focused on the character, even though the rest of the image is just not done. I don't know if that's a good idea. I might cut it to be non-landscape. And that way I'll save myself some what's it called? Yeah, I might do that. I might seated girl. That's a good name. Yeah, what I might do is I had this for ideas anyway, so I mean this is probably what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna pop. Yeah, something like this, and then you can still see the photo here. I actually like that. I'm gonna save as much of that as possible. Anyway, yeah, that's probably the direction I'm gonna head in. These things, like, I never know where I'm going till I get there. Just kind of annoying if you're, you know, expecting something. Not very annoying if you're not expecting something. I've kind of learned to expect nothing, so. Is it? It's like Kim something. God damn it. I'm gonna have to like figure it out later. But yeah, it's gonna be like this, and then just have this. The mouse is not great for accurate. I just use what's called blur. That'll be better, I think. But that's a powerful composition, I think, in regards to what I'm trying to do here. I think the rest of it was bullshit anyway, so. I'm just making a real aspect ratio, you know, because like you can't just do this thing where it's just like, I'm gonna crop it, you know? You can't do that. I'm just gonna crop it. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't work. Got it. 4x5 will probably be closest, I think. Closest. I mean, you can do it, but it's like, I feel like you're paying a price at that point. And then it's not a price I want to pay, so. Oh, okay. Let's just. Oh, okay. So, okay, it works. I'm dumb. All right, here we go. Okay, that looks okay. I'll have to do a different piece for landscapes and stuff, or some kind of thing. Cause like the only thing I've been making just is always like what do you call this? 5x7? No, what's it? Four by five? 4x5s. You know what? I could just okay. It's a landscape now, guys. I've figured it out. That's how I'm gonna publish it. Oh no, I can see the mistakes now. Oh, that's painful. If you like, yeah, if you look at things in different ways, it starts not reading. Oh, like in a big way. Like I understand that there's errors. There's always gonna be like errors and stuff. But like, yeah. The art of mouse painting, actually very important. Up. Okay. Because there's something to having like a limited amount of actions and control that you can take. Just especially in digital, where if you limit yourself to just a certain thing like painting with the mouse, you actually can get pretty nifty results. Pretty pretty weird things happen. It's like speaking in another language, your responses are blunted. You get to the point much quicker. There's no unnecessary verbosity or anything like that. Just like, and so if painting is a language, you know. Oh yeah, music. Music would be good. Let's see. I found this really awesome track. Let me see if I could just pop open Discord because I shared it everywhere, and then it's just like, oh. Yes. Not really a track. It's more like a mix. An hour-long track. Classic. It's just really good. It's called Nova, Best of Synthwave. It's a good mix. Good mix or best mix? Just came to check out. Yeah. Thanks for coming by, Eugene. Catch you later, man. Gonna screw with the saturation, I think. Let's see if I can get. See if I can get something like. Blue as the skin tones. People are green, people are blue if you open up Photoshop and fuck with the hue. So Yeah, I heard Twitch has a new a new category of employee. Very interesting to see what'll happen. Actually, not very interesting. Pretty sure I know what's gonna happen. No one really covers like Twitch news, so probably no one will hear about it. Yep, poetry by artists for artists. BAFA. FABA. That's not working. Why isn't it working? This layer is empty. Do I have a selection going? That's weird. Oh, wait, no? Was I in? Oh, I was in, what's it called? Still mouse painting. Still mouse painting. I was erasing. I was erasing on that empty layer. So I don't actually want to make it gray. I want to make it blue. What color am I in? That's actually kind of cool. I kind of like the saturation effect, but I want the hue to be. It doesn't read as like, does it read as oversaturated? I don't know actually. Maybe that part. But do actually want to make it that does nothing. That's interesting. I like the contrast a lot, but again, like I can't get it to look, it's all blue here, right? You see the blue? But since the underlying layer is, let me try. Okay, I think. I always try to do this with the tools that are available to me, like with adjustment layers and stuff, and I just never know how to do it. Maybe color balance. could try color lookup adjustment layer. What's a color lookup adjustment layer? I've never tried that before. Let me see. Color lookup adjustment layer. Color lookup. What does that do? Drop down properties. Oh, oh, that's kind of weird. Don't know anything like that. Okay, so this is the only one that works. That's the layer mask. That kind of looks kind of cool. Some of those I kind of recognize them from. That's kind of nifty. I don't know. That's a weird layer. It like. I don't know. I'm gonna end up painting the skin tones. It's gonna happen. I actually like that blue. Over here. Yeah, I'm gonna leave some of that. That looks kind of cool. Various other adjustments saved in a profile. Yeah, yeah. It looked like you were importing a look from standard cameras, like a Fuji or whatever, and then yeah, like a certain color palette, and you were trying to. Yeah, at this point, like I have too many of these weird layers that it needs like a backup layer to function on. What I'll do is I'll just screw with the. I don't know if I can even do it. I don't know if I could even like just. I'm just gonna screw with the color of the skin. I'm just gonna make it like that. That's gonna be the. Even though it's like flooded green light. The thing I want from the. Oh boy, it's a host. Thank you for the host. Rec one. Thank you for the host. I appreciate it. Thank you, buddy. Yeah, the thing I want right now is like. Let me see if I can find it. The best example of this. What kind of skin tone I want is like. Here. So I'll probably just paint it in. Because I can't do it. But thanks, I appreciate it, man. Did you just get finished streaming? I bet you're hungry. I'm always hungry after streaming. Gonna be just sampling and going through this, I think. I wanted this as a baseline. Match color. Nah, it's too much work. At this point, I've given up. I've already given up. I like some of the effects, the glowy blues, and some of the metallic ideas. I might leave those in. But what I'll do, it needs to be painted anyway, because there is no, the way this is achieved is with those really small, cross-hatching, like little things. And so I don't have those, and so I'm just gonna get really, take a texture brush probably. Maybe something like this. Start color matching a little bit. And Rungia, yes, that is, yep. I can see Rungia's elbows anywhere. I'm such a copycat, I should probably stop. Can't do anything by myself. I don't know. I'm not satisfied with that. But it's just so far out of, it's like I'm standing on Earth and Rangia is like flying in the sky somewhere, and I just like, I have no way of getting to him other than, or at least, you know, trying to figure out what is the process of achieving such a skin tone. And eventually these crutches are gonna hurt, because no such thing as a free lunch. But until then, I have a limited amount of time to attempt this. It's the best part. It doesn't look like what it looks like is like you know, like oyster color. I don't know what is that, oyster color. And see, in Russian there's some words that I just like, a pearl, let's just call it pearl color. It doesn't, or like pearl texture or something like that. That's what. And then it takes like, what's called, and then I don't know, color dodge, maybe color burn. This like smallest brush. I don't know what he does. Just thinking about what is Rungia doing hurts my head. Like the calculation is just too far out there. It's just like one. But yeah, I've been finally been able to catch up on some of these podcasts. There's so many that I just like, you miss a couple days and it's just like, okay, so in the days that you missed, we had Peter Thiel, Elon Musk, all these like happenings, and I'm just like, oh, okay, so I didn't need to go on vacation. I could have just stayed home and watched podcasts all day. That would have been great. Peter Thiel is like one of those really interesting people. That's the reason that people know his name now is just like, it's the most backwards reason. It's like, just like, what? Because he destroyed Gawker. People are like, oh yeah, Peter Thiel, yeah, he's that guy that killed Gawker. But he's just like, just so much more. He's the guy that they photographed with bald Elon Musk. That's the true claim to fame. But yeah, I feel like I don't think I've ever seen a very long interview with Peter Thiel. I've listened to a couple of speeches. Just, you know, he's got the one tweet, you know. It's this combination of texture and softness in like the right places and in the right sort of way that like is kind of impossible to emulate. You need something I need a specific brush, I think, for parts of it, and then this brush could work. It looks like soft on one side, hard on the other, but to do it perfectly, like you see, I keep getting blemishes and stuff, and it has to be like 100% opacity. I have to hit the hit it just right. Is it a downward for this one? I don't remember. Is this the right brush? I don't know. The one brush that does it that I'm like aware of that I have is this one. It's hard on one side, soft on the other, and it makes it look that way. But it's not good for any shape that's not like a polygon. I don't know. I wanted to experiment with that skin texture. I've always wanted to get something that kind of looks like it, but it's so difficult. Even with it in front of me, I don't understand. I think that's what, you know, what really draws me to a lot of this artwork is that like even with it in front of me, it's not like possible just to emulate. You have to have some kind of understanding that you just don't have. I mean, I could copy paste it into the image. That's like the that's the only thing. I was thinking of like buying a Kim Jong-gi shirt, but the one that I actually want, he doesn't sell. So I'm contemplating just taking the image, relining everything to work in 300 pixels and then printing it for myself. And then sending Kim Jong-ji like 15 bucks. Like, hey, thanks. appreciate you. Send it to him on PayPal. It's like, I didn't know you can do that. Make a Kim Jong-ji bootleg shirt. I don't know if getting rid of the blues and was a good idea. I might have to get those back. These deep purples. But yeah, I wouldn't give it to anyone, but like I feel like, you know, because I'm doing all the work of, you know, the theft. It's ethical theft. You see, if you work at it, I mean, then it's ethical. That's just how it works. Actually, I've come up with this this little concept that I don't really see. I guess it's not really the most important concept. It's not like I can understand. But it's like, to me, it seems like really obvious, and it just seems like strange that it's kind of like largely ignored. It's called, I've given it a little name so that I can keep track of it in my mind. I call it micro violations of ethics. And I was like, let me see if I can come up with a way to you know, set up an experiment and maybe like what would a paper on this look like? It'd probably be like a sociology paper if I were to try, like the amount of work and resources you need to prove that playing loud music on the bus gets you assaulted in the hood is a lot of work. So so I was just thinking about it. I'm like, what would, because it's very obvious, right? You don't need to think about it too long, but I don't think there's like a paper on it or something like that. Needs to be one. There needs to be one. It's missing from the public discourse. This set of definitions. But yeah, I was just for fun, I was thinking about it. Like, you would need to collect data, do all the legwork, set up a control group, It's like, yeah, well, these people played loud music and stepped on people's shoes, and they were totally okay. So your experiment is bunk. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this leg. But yeah, there's this thing called microaggressions, and that has gotten a lot of traction. And I thought, like, this isn't even like the edge of the pettiness that we can go to. We can get much deeper. Let's have a scientific concept for I don't know, stepping on someone's shoe, or like, how petty can we get with language and with some of this stuff? It's like, it's really simple. You just need to find these kind of counter premises, because there's a lot of this, like, I feel like it's very one-sided, very 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 large amount of these concepts that are just like not taking into account much of anything, that come out and they're just like, yeah, the truth of the matter is that people get microaggressed, and that's why everything's wrong. I really like this thing. I'm gonna copy it, put it on the other side. Oh, it's on like 6 layers. I have to oh, did I bake this in? Yes, I did. Okay, cool. A lot of epistemology being manufactured that's just like not gonna survive very long. There's a lot of people, a lot of academics coming up. They're just like, my God, why does this need to be like a concept at all? I guess it's just totally unnecessary. Let's see, I have a lot of space now. I could just merge these. I'm gonna make this a backup layer, and then yeah, I'll just leave this as the start, and then would that be too hard to paint out? Thinking about it. That might be too hard to paint out. How about I just do that at the end? I'll copy paste that at the end. What's the saturation layer? Why is there this weird saturation layer? Oh, I think I was screwing around with ideas. I'm just gonna set it to like 10% and merge it down, because saturation just kind of makes everything cooler, I feel like. A little bit of it, you know. I might be stepping away too far from the color palette though, which is no bueno. Anyway, I was trying to go for like cyberpunk colors. And that means like weird saturation gimmicks. Yeah, I feel like there's a whole science of pettiness now. People are very interested in like how petty can we get? And if anyone questions it, it's like, oh well, this is a sociological concept, my friend. It's not just random pettiness. It's scientific pettiness. Scientifically proven, scientists say. That's another great thing. Sociologists and scientists. I love it. The science of asking people questions. Much science. Still need to actually work the character to a, you know, sort of finalized state. What is this? The saturated? Oh, okay. I need layer 3. There we go. I watched a short video today where it was like, I don't know, it's hard to describe. There used to be videos where it's just like gotcha videos where they would walk around America, and they would find the one guy that doesn't know a simple fact. After like probably going through, you know, hundreds of people, they'll find one guy that thinks that France is actually Australia or something, and then they'll just put it up there, and they'll be like, "Oh, look how stupid the Americans are. They're so stupid. They would buy bottled water," you know, this type of thing. And it's just like, it's amazing. It's amazing what you can do if you just you just kind of pretend that all people are actually one person, or you know, all people of a certain group are just that one person. So I found a tweet that says "white women in a nutshell," and it's a dumb blonde model who says something like, "I don't speak Paris," while her cohorts are talking about diversity. And it's just like, yeah, there's a succinct response, and everyone in the room is kind of not the smartest people around, but let's pretend that these are the important thoughts of the day. And this one woman represents all white women everywhere. I don't know, something about that just like, wow, this is a propaganda video. And then it's like, man, people watched this unironically, gave it likes on Twitter, just like, yeah, we believe that this is actually, you know, and with the commentary especially, I don't know, something about that just like, really salts my onions, you know, something about that. I feel like I'm getting angrier and angrier by the day. Just an angry person, which is why I should probably get off Twitter and not browse, because I don't follow this person, and it's just like someone liked it, and so I get to see it, and it's just like, I didn't want to see this. I don't, why? This shouldn't have happened to me. I feel microaggressed. But yeah, this is like the classic. Let's pretend everybody is that person who had a gotcha moment. I don't know. Probably dangerous to talk about now, since there's a whole new sector of Twitch that's been hired for. And anything can be reinterpreted and misinterpreted for any reason. So Peter Thiel calls it heterodox thinking. I call it just like regular contrarianism. I feel like the fact that Peter Thiel validates so much of what I've been trying to you know, think about and talk about with friends is just like, it's like such a breath of fresh air. I don't know, something about that, because I feel like we don't have too many people in Silicon Valley who are at all interested in anything but their own personal beliefs, and yeah. Making everyone have those same personal beliefs. He's like, the one guy is like, no, I think we should think different, you know? Think different. I don't know, it's funny. It's funny that we got here and it's like all the conventional wisdom has always been, you know, zig when others zag, that type of thing, especially for artists. I don't know, maybe. And now it's like, no, you have to think this way. It's funny. Intellectual powerhouse. I guess that's why Kermit is so popular. Yeah, I want to see the dumb models debate Kermit or some shit like that, and then we'll be like, oh wow, wait, you were the dumb one the whole time, haha. Oh, there's a couple things I want to see, and can't say. I can't give an example of rather. Me and a friend were talking about it, and I'm like, you know, it'd be really cool if someone did a Jordan Peterson mashup with Sam Hyde, like Sam Hyde reading the scripts of World Peace. Yeah, just drink a gallon of milk every day. Something like that. Buddy, oh, what's going on, buddy? What's wrong? Oh man, that would be funny, I think. I feel like no one knows who Sam Hyde is anymore. That's like, that's the core problem. It's too many Sam Hyde memes. If I ever got in a self-defense situation with Lena Dunham, I would absolutely destroy her. No question. Just utterly destroyed. Yeah, I wish more people knew who Sam Hyde was. That would be great. Unfortunately, they took his show off of Cartoon Network for for being too funny, I guess. I think that was why. Which is funny because I don't know. It seems like there's a little bit of hypocrisy when it comes to applying something like, okay, we have to take risks as creators. And then it's like, you know what? Maybe not for these people. Really makes you think. Really activates those almonds. Because there was the one guy, right, the creator of Rick and Morty, who made jokes, you know, very important, you know, jokes about pedophilia and stuff like that. And I feel like, yeah, you should be able to make those jokes. The problem is never that, you know, I feel like there's a lot of people out there that want to brand it like, oh, well, you're trying to destroy someone's career. It's like, no, what I'd like is, you
the fairness. Oh, I know that's a difficult concept nowadays. Fairness and justice, very difficult. You know, if you have a rule, you have to apply it the same way towards all people that, you know, are under that rule. And looks like we're not doing that for some reason. Oh, how do I get caffeine headaches while drinking coffee? I don't understand. Maybe it's like the pressure from the hurricane or something, but oh my god. My head is killing me. But yeah, I feel like what people want right now, more than anything, is for everyone that wants to disagree with a lot of these things to just say "me no frego," you know, which is kind of ironic, a little horseshoey. Really makes you think. I think the mistake of horseshoe theory is to try to be universal. I think the idea should have been, it's obvious that these tactics are not solely used by one side. That should have been the only claim. But then it's like, oh well, you know, the communists are actually the fascists. It's like, all right, that's a little crazy. Oh, I have to get kneecap reference because I don't know what these kneecaps look like. Yeah, let me do that. Let me or did I already do it? I already have kneecap references. These aren't really the best kneecaps that I want. Maybe that one over there. Yeah, maybe this one. me just search for girl sitting. Woman sitting. Let's try that. Seems like Google is very precise lately. Woman sitting. Maybe woman lounging. Maybe that would be closer. Woman lounging. Cause it's not the most common. Sitting position. I'm thinking a lot about some of the more interesting, ridiculous positions in like classical art. And there's like this, there's this really cool image of two men wrestling, and one of the men is biting the guy's neck from behind. And I was just like, how did you arrive at this? What's it called? Is that just the only way you could do that? Is that the only way you could depict kind of biting someone's throat? Because I was thinking of doing something like that, some kind of like very close combat type of thing, where you would just, one of the guys would be biting the other dude's throat. And that was the image that came up in my mind. Hey Bazzer, what's up, dude? Just doing some stuff. I gotta save it. I didn't do anything. Just chilling out, man. Just chilling out. Yeah. Trying to do something with skin tones that's kind of like interesting. Trying to fix some kneecaps, you know, things like that. What you up to? You streaming? Can't find any good kneecaps. Yeah, let me move this out so that I can. This is very close. Woman in bikini lounging. Bikini is actually a really good keyword, I think, because it gives you people without pants on. I feel like lingerie would get you too much of the wrong thing. Oh shit, that headache is still going. I don't understand. It's like a cluster headache. Let me see. Well, how about women open legs? How about try it? Let me try that maybe, because women open legs. That's a little bit too open. Yes, this is similar. That's a vagina. This is close. This is like close enough, I think. Beat me at being cyberpunky. I managed to stick a horse in my last cyberpunk illustration. Oh yeah. Let me take a look at that. Oh, this doesn't open. Block user. That's the only thing I can do. I just block you. Let me see. Bazarinsky. You have not posted it yet? Oh. I hope it's I hope it's diverse and inclusive. Let me see. Oh. Okay. I feel like the open legs meme is actually just really sexual for some reason. I just want them slightly open, you know, so I could understand what the position of the knees are. But like, oh, these are just like, look at it. Here's the beaver. Look at it. You know? Look at my anatomy. Look at it. Very strong anatomy here. I did find one image that I can use, I think. Open legs. What did you expect, my friend? I expected, you know, very classy ladies sitting in a sort of a lounging position with their legs slightly ajar. Instead, I got like yoga poses. This one, maybe. Why? What the fuck is this? Oh my god. I don't even understand where I'm at on the internet right now. Where did that really great image go that was just, you know, 35% wrong? Let me see. Let me see if I can go back to it. Why is that the only place that's open? Sexy lingerie, but there's just oh god. Let me see. Fuck, why are his knees so hard to draw? Like, can I just like oh my god, can I not draw knees anymore? Could I just pretend that knees are just, they don't exist? Yeah, I'm gonna go back to that image. Hold on, let me find that image that I was already at, and it was so close. It was so close that it was, you know, just close enough that I could kind of whatever, I could fake it. Because it's kind of a downward look. She's kind of like, the legs are going down a little bit, but most of these, the legs are either parallel to the pelvis. I want the legs to be slightly going down. I also don't think I'm going to include a horse in this image. I don't think that's gonna happen. High heels are ruining like 90% of the images, because if they weren't in high heels, their legs would be not creating that parallel to the seat. Oh god. Why? Why does this exist? I found something called pregnant modeling. I'm almost done looking for it. I had it and now it's gone. And now I've scrolled so far into it. This search result is now somehow about feminism and manspreading. I don't know if Google is like keeping tabs on my like YouTube video watching or something. So I watch a lot of those wrecked feminist compilations. No, kidding. But yeah, it's just now it's like it's all that. It's Tumblr blogs. I don't understand. Like how does this is like this has to be like a rule of the internet. If you scroll far enough down, it'll be about some petty nonsense. That also gets me so hyped that that's a scientific concept now. Oh, this grandma's doing, oh, but she has pants on. Grandma, why do you have pants on? God damn it. Grandma's doing the exact correct position that I'm looking for. Just slightly leaning down and... Ah, fuck. Is it weird that I want this grandma to take her pants off? Is that just really strange? Because I need to look at your knees. How do your knees look? Fuck, I hate knees. Okay, I mean, it looks like I'm not gonna get what I'm looking for. Because I think the classic photograph for this is that the knees have to be either above or at a 90 degree angle for some reason. And I need the knees to be... Man, this is the perfect image in just the wrong... like, the wrong view. Like, it's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. Except my view is like from the front and this view is from the side. But I need these knees. Open legs is probably a bad meme. Maybe woman sitting comfortably. Let me try that. Woman sitting. Why do they all have their legs up? Is that comfortable for people? I feel like it's the opposite of comfortable. I need very powerful search terms for accurate reference. Maybe woman with legs down. No, I feel like that would be something else, something I'm not looking for. I think I've spent 30 minutes looking for images now. Jump to Discord and discuss how badly we handle Cyberpunk? What do you mean we handle Cyberpunk badly? What do you mean? We have lots of great science fiction. Alright, talk to me about it. Taco to me about it. Cause I think we do a good job. Taco to me about it. I swear to God, I'm gonna take a photo of my own legs right now.
Thank you.
Hey Bazri, what's up, dude? How's it going?
That's a lot of knees. I've been complaining about knees for like 20 minutes now.
Next time on Dragon Ball Z, we'll do elbows. Elbows are really evil.
I like your search terms. It's just ridiculous.
What do you mean? This is the thing that like you type in to look for the thing that I'm looking for, isn't it? What would you type in?
I feel so fucking bad for you. Do you want me to set up a DAS for you? I can screenshot it for you if you want.
I feel like that's so much work. I feel like that's so much work that I just
I already opened it.
Well, I mean, yeah, could you set it up to look
so you need like the same level, knees opened, like foot on the ground, yeah, something like that.
Yeah, one foot on the ground, 1 foot kind of just you know, holding on to that foot. You know what I'm talking about? Like you do this thing where
like slouching one leg forward.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Does Daz do knees? I don't know if like Daz does knees.
Yes, Daz do knees. Does Daz do knees?
Daz does knees. Great.
Does Daz do knees?
Yeah, I don't know. I've never really used it.
Sounds ridiculous.
Because joints are usually misrepresented in 3D programs and 3D games. Yeah, absolutely. Do you know that, for instance, for fingers, they usually have 3 bones for like hands. Like it's usually just.
Yeah,
so
everything has proper joints here. It's like anatomically.
Yeah, well,
joint-wise.
Yeah, it is difficult. It is difficult to do that. Like I don't know. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, but that's the only thing that program does. That's just it does nothing else but is correct about joints, basically. That's its whole shtick. And why the hell can't I move stuff? Okay.
Yeah, because I mean that is why I'm looking for it. I need to know what the bone looks like going through the skin in that exact position. That's what I'm interested in. Those things, those difficult questions. Not like I know what a knee looks like, but I need that knee in that position, in in that perspective, and so that becomes difficult.
Hindrance. Okay. Well, now I have technical issues. Jesus Christ.
You see, the knees are difficult.
It's.
So what's your beef with Cyberpunk?
No, nothing.
No.
I've been doing so. I'm going to this event with Cyberpunk people, so I'm like for the last fucking 2 months I've been doing only Cyberpunk, so I'm overpunked.
God, I need like bikini or lingerie in there because otherwise they wear clothing. Bikini. Let me try bikini because it's like a lounging position. It's not. I don't know. It's just chilling. so hard to find this. This close, just. This one's kind of close. This is kind of close, but from the wrong angle. And the knees are cut off. Perfect.
Yeah, that is a problem.
I saw the previews for some Cyberpunk 2077, or like a couple of gifs, really, not really even. It's people who watched the presentation, I guess, and they cut out parts of it. It looks really good.
They released gameplay, 48 minutes of gameplay.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, it's pretty fucking dope.
Yeah, the building animations are just like, well, what the fuck is that? Why is that building moving?
Animations?
I wanna. Yeah.
What do you mean?
Yeah, the buildings are animated. The scenery is animated.
Oh, yeah. I mean, obviously, yeah.
Well, I mean that doesn't happen in most
GTA.
games. The scenery is
Isn't it?
like.
They are NPCs.
I mean,
it's just going around, yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm not talking about NPCs. I'm talking about like a billboard that rearranges itself and then
that's
forms
that
a different.
That is next level, kinda.
Yeah, that type of shit.
I mean,
is
this is just it's gonna be an awfully big game. Like, so CD Projekt is kind of giant, and they are spending all of the resources on it now. Well, Gwent, but Gwent doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I haven't played Gwent. I played it in the game.
Like for a second.
There's some games that like I like the art for, but like I've never seen what is that like? Do people play that? Like Legend of Cryptids? Do people play that?
Actually, I neither played it nor I know anyone that plays it. Like I don't know anybody.
I'm pretty sure it's an what's it called? It's a fake publication to get hype for artists.
Yeah, obviously, it's just the John Silva agenda to get himself famous. It's
yeah, that's what I was thinking. You know, it's just like you don't need to have a product. You just have to have like the hype around it, and then be like, oh well, I worked for this company.
No, we never heard about it. I mean, probably it's like. If we haven't heard about this, probably like Korean-based fan base or something. That's like. Yeah.
Isn't it in Japan? Legend of Cryptids is a Japanese company, so
probably.
That's probably why. This is pretty close. I think I might.
Oh, shit.
Might just grab this.
I'm actually doing it for you, so don't search anything. Too quick.
No, I'm already searching. Well, more reference will be. No, keep doing it. I want to see what the thing comes up with. Yeah. Is it difficult to like position the knees?
It's already positioned.
It is. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Snippets.
Snip tool. Yeah. Yeah, for some reason this is more difficult than I thought it would be, which leads me to believe that this pose doesn't exist in real life, which is not good. I would need this sort of chair to recreate the pose, right? Because my chair is perpendicular. Her chair should be more, like kind of with a slope to it, like kind of like a dentist chair or a lounge chair. It's not perpendicular, so my knees are also 90-degree angle. Hers should be like leaning down. I mean, I could do it. I could do the pose. I'm doing it now, so it's just, yeah. That's really annoying to sit that way. Without the proper chair. Yeah. I feel like I would get really annoyed really quickly. All right. I'm gonna take a photo of my knees just in case you don't come through. Let me see. I'm 100% red, so.
100% red?
Yeah, suntan. Are female knees that much different than male knees? I feel like they are.
I don't think so.
I feel like they are.
Why would they be?
I don't know. We have differences. You know, pelvis size.
No, we are perfectly the same.
Oh,
You listened?
right.
Haven't you?
Oh, I forgot.
I'm triggered.
Well, I'm actually the same person as you, Basri. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's just one
makes
person in the
sense.
world, and it just experiences itself over and over. Duh.
A priori true. You just can't falsify it. Like, can you tell me that you're not me? No, you can't. So therefore.
Well, can you tell me that not? Shut up. Your philosophy.
Go see lions somewhere else.
It doesn't even exist. If you only exist, philosophy doesn't exist. Think about that, and then don't.
Yeah, that makes sense. Makes sense. Here's some good legs, I think. Alright. But these legs are not... Like, if I rotate this leg, pretend like it's not rotated. That's what kind I'm going for. Just to show you why it's difficult to... Yeah, but I think... Oh, oops. It's just difficult to find some of these things online. There's no two ways about it. Making my own references is probably a bad idea. What's this? Why is there so much stuff here? Oh, okay. I've cobbled together something.
How the hell do I make a photo of it? Click here to hide.
Snipping tool?
Photo render tool.
I think it's... You don't have to render it, just snipping tool it. Like, doesn't have... I don't need, like, lighting or anything like that. I'll figure that out.
Okay,
I just need
okay.
the bones in the correct place.
Oh, yeah, okay. Okay, so it's like... Let's try this position. That you have.
Okay, yeah, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make this one less prominent. Maybe make it more loungy, but that doesn't make sense. Oh. No, don't want to do that. See, this is why the knee is important. See, because this knee is straight up, right? And you could tell that if you looked at these things for long enough. And because I already knew the image, just bending the thing into the right shape doesn't change the knee, which is
Okay, so I'm
would
gonna
be here.
I'm gonna make a few snippets. I'm gonna send it to you.
Alrighty, yeah, because
from like a few different angles, because one angle is cool because it's like shows the that the legs are overlapping, but then you don't see anything well. Okay, let's say that. Say that. That knees. my desktop becomes even more junkier.
Wait, do you save stuff to desktop?
Well, yeah, but then I usually
God.
just dispense.
Bazzery.
Dude, I'm
I'm
wild. I'm wild, you know, like.
You are crazy.
I know, man.
You reminded me, like, my dad does this. He would, like, you walk into his, like, room and then you open up his monitor and it's just, like, littered with icons. It's like, there's no background. It's just littered. It's just icons.
Yeah,
I need these things. That's how.
Animated GIFs on the wallpaper. Is this still possible?
Yes.
Because I know it was possible in like XP Windows.
Animated GIFs. You can have an animated wallpaper, of course. Yeah.
Oh my God.
You can have like the whole thing animated. You can even have, like, I don't know. You can do that. I don't know why you want to, but you can. Like a lot of people have the Matrix.
To, but you know.
The Matrix.
If it's possible, it's not like.
Yeah. Yeah.
Should
Of
use
course.
It. No one should use it. Clearly.
Yeah, you can modify. You can modify anything. I mean, like, yeah. Why wouldn't you be able to? It just takes up resources and it like.
Yeah, obviously.
It's like
That's why you
I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah, you
shit,
could do all kinds of
I
things.
sent on fucking general
Okay.
artism. I didn't. I
All
didn't
right.
intend to actually.
Thanks. I appreciate it. Yes. What
Something
happens
like that?
if? Yeah. What happens if you move? Oh, okay. I see. So okay. Yeah. This is also my intuition that I have to move that leg inward. Because I didn't really wanna. Yeah. I think so. Yeah, I think I will modify this leg and move it inward a little bit because it's too bent or something. I don't know. Let me see. I think that's actually closer because the way that the other leg is positioned kind of feels like it's sitting on something and the other leg is sitting on something else. So I think I got it wrong and I just need to modify it a little bit. But otherwise, yeah, thank you so much, Bazzer. I think that helps. But yeah, I might get this Daz thing just to screw around
Yeah,
with
for
it.
stuff like
It's
that, even it's like quite useful.
Yeah, most of the time I just need to put in the right words and I can get to the thing that I'm looking for. Unfortunately, like I've been looking for this image for quite a while now and I haven't.
Yeah.
found
There's
it.
no point if like you spend half an hour looking and then you don't find it and you just even if it's not perfect, it's just better to
Yeah, I would.
make it.
Yeah, I would have made it. That's probably the next thing. I would have taken a photograph. Let me just move this in so that I can actually see Photoshop. Yes, here we go.
There's a cool app, probably know Anatomy 360.
Oh yeah. I have that.
Yeah, I actually been using that. Like, I just set the like I had to do a few characters and at one place, and obviously you cannot place several characters there, but you have like you can save the presets for light, so you use the same preset for light on the same character, on different characters, and just cut them, and you can pretty easily have like a bunch of nicely rendered, very correct characters. That's actually saved me like a bunch of time.
Yeah. Ixie is like does that for me sometimes, and I'm just like, yes, I don't have to do it now. Got him. I like this accidental
Good.
design.
I still cannot paint that, but
Got him. Yeah. As long as I can As long as I can get just a little bit closer. You get me an Anatomy 360 renders sometimes when I'm just like doing the thing for too long. That's probably why I was doing that. I was just like, I'm just waiting for someone to do the hard work for me. Come on, guys, someone's got to have this program open. One of you, anybody, Bueller.
Yeah.
And Bazzer comes in and saves the day. Yeah, I really do have to do. I have to do it myself. I just like. All right, let me see that knee, because that knee is what is important. If I could just let me just Google bent knee also, because this works. But I want, you know, because I want to get, I want to like, I want to render it this way, and then like this is very soft, and then are those titties? Are those allowed? I feel like those are just the same. Those aren't nipples. As long as the nipple is covered, right? Then we're good, right?
Yeah,
you can paint
those
over.
are just a just general shape of whatever. And it's
Yeah, but
Action
it's
Man down there, so.
Yeah, awesome.
Actually,
Yeah,
like,
Action
all
Man. Realistic vagina renders. Get them now. It's just like, oh god.
It's not correct.
Dear God. Dear God.
Oh,
okay,
thanks.
so.
Hey, Nutbox. How are you, dude? Thank
Are
you.
you streaming?
Yeah.
You streaming as well? Awesome.
I didn't wanna plug.
You gotta plug. You gotta plug always. Guess we're doing. Bazzer is also streaming.
Hello.
Streaming. You can click his name. I mean, I'll plug you if you don't want to plug. I'll plug. Like what?
Yeah, sure. No problem. You can. So, yeah, thanks, dude.
No problemo.
What have you been up to, Nutbox? Did you have anatomy problems with knees? I painted a woman, and then the most time I spent and the most detailed thing in the picture is the back of the fly. So these are the problems.
The back of the fly?
yeah. I painted like a portrait of like, you know, a woman, and it was like, what if I covered like 1/4 of it with a fly? That would be.
I did all this work and I'm gonna cover it. Yeah, I do that.
Yeah, exactly. And I covered like a perfectly good hand. Like I'm for once happy with hands in my picture.
Yeah.
I'm shit at them. And then I covered like half of it. Like yeah, I guess I'm just fucking terrorizing myself.
Yeah, no, I do that all the time. It's always painful to take out something that you like. What is this bikini? It's just like, oh my god, it just covers just the nipples.
You're still painting. You're still looking at some tits.
I googled knee, female knee. And then I'm just like, because I want to get
female.
Yeah. Well, there's enough of a difference for me to notice, so I figured.
Yeah,
that,
there is hair.
Yeah, I figured that there is at least a little bit of difference. I mean, if your pelvis is different size, that means that the way that your the way that the femur and the knee connects will also be a little bit different. Like your
that is true.
Like the positions
but
will be different.
On the average, like women down there seem to be more thick, you know. They have more like the lower fat thorax, so like it sometimes goes to the knees. They have like a buns knees, unless they are very lanky. But yeah, more round.
Yeah, I feel like there is enough difference for me. But you're right. It, like on average and all this thing, but it's like it's always the minutia that like I'm interested in. It's just the autism. Like if this wasn't interesting to me, like I wouldn't even spend another second.
Dude, it's cyberpunk. You should do like like a hinge. Just don't care. Just
that's what I'm gonna do.
You have excuse. You can do a hinge.
No.
It's a cyberpunk.
This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna paint the knee. I'm gonna spend like a lot of time. I'm gonna think about it, and then I'm just gonna be like, you know what? I'm just gonna cover this shit up with a fly or something.
Yeah, then just Photoshop it with some fucking IKEA hinge. Like perfect.
Yeah, just something in there. I feel like I just need. I don't need, you know, I don't need to be crazy autistic about it. It's not like, oh man, without the knee, this image doesn't work. But you painted a sci-fi image and you didn't get the knees, get her knee pants. Yeah, you didn't get the knees right. Fucking idiot. Yeah, but it's like this is the stuff that I like. If I'm doing this, then I feel like I'm learning and progressing.
This is such a zoom on that knee.
Yeah, it's like, but it's if I'm not.
Just paste it in. Just paste
No.
it in.
No, that's the thing, right? So if I'm not doing the autistic thing, then I feel like I'm not learning and then I'm not progressing. And if I'm not progressing, then what's even the point? Because that I'm literally painting for progress right now. I'm not painting to get paid. I'm just painting to try to understand just the tiniest thing a little bit more. And then if I can just get that, then I feel like then I've accomplished my mission. It doesn't even have to be a good image. It could be a shit image. As long as I figured out how that little blemish on the knee works, then I'm just like, yeah, boy, I did it. Got him good.
I mean, I agree, but this is like the worst photo to do it with because this is like,
Of course.
I can see pixels from here, like.
The pixels make it better. Let me see. Yeah, cause it's the, you know, painting with your eyes. What's it called?
The painting with your eyes.
Painting, painting with your eyes slightly closed, so you can blur out the images, and so that you can get just. That's kind of what I'm doing with tool-assisted image blurring, or what's it called? Eye closing. I don't know what's the word for that when you stutter your eyes. Squint. There you go. That's what they always used to tell me, and I'm just up and even now I'm just like, I'm not gonna do that. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get blurry images. That's what I'm gonna do. Fuck you.
Not even blurry,
I do it
pixelated.
Pixelated and blurry. Yeah, perfect. You know, and that way I could be like, well, I did it my way, my friend. There's anyway. Did you watch the Peter Thiel on Joe Rogan podcast?
Peter what?
Peter Thiel. You know,
No,
funded.
I don't know.
He created PayPal with Elon Musk. Oh, it wasn't Joe Rogan. It was Rubin Report. I'm sorry.
No, I haven't. Last podcast I watched was just Musk and Rogan.
Musk. Yeah. I've been catching up on it because I missed most of the things, and it's just like.
That was ridiculous.
Yeah, it was great. It was great.
This guy seems so tired. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you know what, the thing that stuck out to me the most though, out of everything, like that, everything was great about that podcast, but Elon Musk's laugh is just perfect. It's exactly how I would imagine a robot laughs. Like if you taught a robot to laugh, it would sound something like ha 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 ha.
Yeah. He was
great.
it's generated. It's just what are you pasting? I'm not pasting anything, Notebooks. What are you? I'm talking to my boy Darnis, and he's pasting some very blurred images of knees. I sent him. Oh, is this my knee or is this not my knee?
No, I have your knee like up here.
Okay. No,
that's the only thing that. Yeah, it's same but different. Cause I use your position, but I'm like I need a little bit something more for the. Cause I'm gonna be going in and I'm gonna be texturing it and stuff, and then like I want to get those very big shapes, and so the way I do that is usually just like.
Oh, dude, you wanna see the horse? You wanna see the fucking.
Show me the horse.
The ingeniousness. I left the channel accidentally. This is it.
Battery Twitch.
Okay. What do you think about when you think cyberpunk? What do you immediately comes to your mind? Horse, obviously.
Yeah, horses and buggies. Yeah, absolutely. And also, This is pretty neat. This doesn't look like a horse. This looks like a person. You lied to me. I feel like...
It's not a horse, it's a city, you dumb.
Wait, it's a city?
What?
I thought it was a
What?
horse.
I've sent it
What
on...
Oh. Oh, on
Is
Discord?
it...
Oh, I have your thing open. I was like, wait, that doesn't look like a horse.
No.
Alright, yeah, I'll just take a look at it. Let me see.
I thought you were just messing with me, like... It's not
I hope it actually is a horse.
It's a person.
It's a horse. Oh, this looks good. This looks really detailed. Ooh, wow.
I mean, this is not a
Wow,
painting.
really?
Yeah, I painted nothing. It
Yeah,
has like
but it
30
looks-
strokes. It has like 30 strokes.
Yeah, it looks good though. It looks like, yeah, I could see this. Yeah, I could see this being like a thing.
Oh, thanks.
Pretty neat. Pretty neat. Yeah.
Yeah, I
I was
managed to
surprised.
model those ships. The only thing I did were those ships, basically. The rest is like cut up photos. And
And the guy and the
see this crows?
yeah.
This is one crow. I
He just lifted his head a little bit.
Dude, no, puppet warp. It worked.
This is funny.
It worked. I was suspecting it to be working, but I just puppet warped it into 3 different crows. They don't look so bad.
Very experimental composition, I gotta say. Very experimental.
Yeah,
got
but
a lot
it's
of
so
stuff
wide,
that's-
like it's.
Yeah. Like, yeah, this is neat. Very neat. Back to this.
Back to the knees.
Yeah, that level of detail. I have to achieve photo level of detail for knees, man. And you're like doing cities and shit. Like, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, just get those knees, buddy.
Yeah, oh my god.
I'm just here like.
Thank you, Koparka. Thank you. Have you seen Jordan Peterson Burger King?
Jordan Peterson Burger King? No.
Yes.
What is that?
Oh my god. Let me deliver to you. This is.
I feel like. Well, it depends on what you mean by burgers.
Yes, exactly, and on purpose. Because it's a guy that impersonates Peterson perfectly.
Oh,
Absolutely absolutely perfectly. Like,
feel like I've heard about
as much
this.
as I like your fucking Kermit impression of him, this guy just
Oh no!
watch it, dude.
Okay. So
Oh.
Burger King, that name is so bloody complicated. It took
Oh,
me
wow,
like
he's
3
really
months
good.
of non-stop
He's really good.
thought to figure this out.
Yeah, he's really good.
Well, you look at it and you can say pretty confidently, king. That's actually an instantiation of a patriarchal mode of being, isn't it? Like, that's the typification of a fatherly figure that exists at the top of all possible dominance hierarchies. I guess that'd be a good way to describe it. But it's not a king per se when you go to Burger King. It's the instantiation of an individual as necessarily being the embodiment of the transcendent ideal of a king. It's a king as such. The typified aspect of kinship as such is inexorably tied up with the word. And what does a typified father figure do? Well, he provides, doesn't he? He provides food and shelter and burgers. Well, yeah, that's bloody well right. A king who provides burgers. Exactly. You know, when Alexander Solzhenitsyn was in the gulags, he thought about
He's even
food
got the
a lot.
voice treble.
And there they were given 10 ounces of bread a day, and that's like your food for the day, and that's it. And one of the things
Oh
he
my
tried
God.
to puzzle out is in what ways life up until that point had been complicit in producing the Soviet state. And that's a question that if you really try to answer it, man, that's rough, man. It takes you to a dark place. So I think, well, no, I better not.
I love this.
I don't have
It's
enough
amazing.
information to answer that competently. All I can say right now is the degree to which we preside to patronize fast food restaurants that aren't instantiations of a sovereign ideal, it may have a bigger effect than we think. You know, the world's a funny place, and it's a lot more connected than we understand. And, well, yeah, that's all I can say about that.
All the little things he's like periodically said things, like he got them all right. Solzhenitsyn,
Right.
when he was in Gulag, he thought about food a lot. He just took everything of those things like to the extreme idiotic like abstraction. Ice Cube is so good. I love
it's
it.
amazing.
I love
It's
it.
great.
I mean, not only content, but like the way he delivers it is like flawless.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. It's amazing.
I cried the first time I heard that.
Yeah. It's just like the best impersonation I've ever heard, because it's not only just, you know, great, but even like the level of criticism, the type of criticism that Jordan makes, and the kind of like the memes that he uses, like
it's so absurd. I first
amazing.
time I was sure that is him, but it like, you know, 20 seconds it like unveiled into this fucking like abstraction, like idiotic. It's a quad.
Well, I mean, like you could tie like his voice bites together to get something, but this is definitely someone doing it, and it's just like it's mind blowing. Mind blowing.
The Burger King, the name is so complicated, and like he says these things like constantly about some other stuff.
Bazri, are you aware of Sam Hyde? Like, do you know who he is?
Yes, I know. Of course. Like,
oh, you know who Sam Hyde is. Okay, great. Yeah. So my thought was like, wouldn't it be great if someone was to read Sam Hyde, but as Jordan Peterson? I don't know.
Oh my god! But this is it. This is almost it.
Yeah, this is the guy. I gotta get him.
Like, oh Jesus Christ! Because his stuff is like really pseudo fucking like it's like on the edge. I like that because like on the edge, like you have to be like somewhat like aware of who he is to because I see people like I can see people like watching him and be like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, back one second.
The patriarchal figure as the father. I've thought about this a whole lot, and yeah, Solzhenitsyn in the gulags, he must have thought about food all the time, and one burger is all the food that you get for the whole day. I love it. I want to like just holy shit. I gotta share this with Sean. Sean's gonna love this. I'm gonna send it to him. I bet he has actually seen this, but I gotta share it with him. Maybe I forgot that I saw this. I swear. Oh, man. Let me get these knees done. Yeah. Stuff I'm whining about. Really not that difficult, but, you know, still necessary for me. I think that's like the quintessential part of being like an artist is kind of erring towards the what's it called, what do you call that, like, because there's always like important work to be done, and it's like, well, this is more important than this, and then but the artist says like, no, the stuff that I'm doing is important, which is kind of very, very selfish, I think. And that's why you have like personal work. It's not really for any purpose other than at times self-expression or delivering a message that you find meaningful. And so artists are cool. I like the idea of an artist. I don't know. I don't think I'm there yet. I feel like I'm just I I feel like there's got to be a different word for what I do. And there's got to be like a different word for what an artist does, you know. I think Peterson actually describes artists very well, and probably because he takes a lot from Nietzsche. Nietzsche was, I think, obsessed with artists because he uses them as examples for almost anything. It's like, oh well, the artists do this and the poets do that, and but yeah, the whole spiel about like chaos and all that, that's kind of what an artist is supposed to do, I think. And, you know, discover something new and interesting, bring it to the public. I'm gonna steal Bazari's designs. Don't tell him. No, I'm kidding. But I'm gonna put a design in here. Some sort of design logo. I'm also gonna have to figure out what I want to do with these metals. I don't want them to be the same hue composition as the skin. Maybe I'll make them a little bit more green. I don't want it to be like purple. I want it to be purple or blue, rather. I don't want it to be purple or blue. So, gotta figure out a way to do that. God, that whole Burger King thing, it just replays in my head over and over. I thought about this like a lot. And Burger King is an instantiation of the parental figure. I love that. It's actually very, very Derridian. I don't know if the guy parodying it meant for it to be that. Maybe I'm just reading a lot of Derrida, and so I think everything is, oh, that Derrida did that, haha, Nietzsche did that, so it's all like, but they got it mostly right, so you know, it's kind of hard to step away from those facts. I feel like the only thing that Derrida got wrong, like all of his concepts are so beautiful and it's just interesting to think about, but then he does this thing where it's just like, and this is because ethnocentrism, and his criticism of Levi Strauss and, you know, the other anthropologists of his time, just like they all kind of bottom out into this thing he calls logocentrism and ethnocentrism, and I think it's a shame. I wish he didn't do that, but yeah, you know, maybe at the time it was necessary. It's a necessary kind of text. But yeah, I feel like that criticism just kind of falls short of the rest of his writing, honestly. Because when he's clear, he does make statements like, well, this, like the instantiation of the patriarchal figure of the king. And not just, you know, a specific king. It's an interesting way of just looking at things. I don't know. I had a lot of time on the plane, so I did a lot of reading. I need like more reading time, I feel like, because I feel like I wanna read more and learn more, and this job is not allowing me to do that, so I need to get on that part-time. I'm gonna be working 4 days per week soon, so it'll be much easier for me to take some time out to read There's so many things I do want to read. Like Derrida spends a lot of time criticizing Rousseau, and I'm not sure if all those criticisms have weight to them. Primarily because he doesn't go for the larger, more important books. He goes for stuff that's kind of really obscure, and so that might be, you know, why not everyone can write good all the time. Write good all the time. But yeah. I want to read more, and then I also want to. I want to write a paper, a joke paper maybe. Like we asked 30 people in the hood, you know, would playing loud music get you jumped? And the consensus is rather clear. It will get you jumped. Like, or will stepping on someone's Nikes get you jumped? Yes, things like that. Anyway, I don't have any more time to paint today because I gotta go to work and eat and stuff, and then like, yeah, and then I'll come back and then eventually I'll finish this thing. But you know, there's did do a lot of stuff to it. It's getting kind of to that place I want skin tone wise. I still haven't done the face and things like that, and there's still a lot of stuff that I kind of just want to screw around with. But I think it's looking interesting, at least. Not looking great, but it's looking interesting and something I want to continue with. And the thumbnail seems to work now, whereas, you know, before the thumbnail wasn't. What was it? Drawing 3. The thumbnail wasn't working as well. I feel like. Yeah, I feel like the thumbnail just didn't. It's just like all over the place, and so I feel like just getting, you know, focusing up on this will allow me to deliver a much higher level of detail eventually, and then that'll make just a better image. Anyway, thank you guys for coming, and I'll see you next time.